Free with Cleo.
Hey, this is Cleo with CleoYogaFinance.com, and welcome back for another episode of Financially Free with Cleo, a show where we shift mindsets with real and raw money conversations with everyday people, empowering you to take action, appreciate the journey, and live the lifestyle you desire, financially, mentally, and physically. Today is the Motherhood Edition, Mom's Edition. Happy Mother's Day edition. So it's Mother's Day week, and I'm just grateful for all of the opportunities, experiences that I've had as a mom. And I want you to take some time to show some love to the mom or the mothers that are in your life. Now, this just doesn't have to be your own mother. Of course, your own mother is first, but other women that you have in your life, friends, siblings, cousins, aunts, grandmothers, co-workers, people in the neighborhood, find some moms, not just your own, but find some other moms too, to show gratitude, to actually highlight them. Of course, a lot of moms get a lot of love throughout the whole year, but of course, we have special days to do some extra things. So I want you to take some time this week and on Mother's Day to show love to some moms in your life. I know for me, when it comes to motherhood, I was a teen mom, got pregnant at 17, had my daughter at 18. So, I didn't really, I was kind of, thrown into motherhood and had to learn a lot of things very quickly. Everything went so fast. So I don't feel like I got to really understand what was really going on. But as the years have passed on, I started to realize, that this motherhood experience is building me. It's teaching me lessons that I've used in so many different areas. And it's actually taught me that it's not just about you, Cleo. We are contributing. When we have children, we have to raise them not in a perfect way, because no parent is perfect, right? But we have to make sure that we're putting them in a position to be better. That's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons, actually the top reason why I started to get my financial life together was because I knew that my daughter, who is now 17 years old, I knew that she was watching and listening, how we can tell our kids, do this or don't do that. But we know most of the time they're going to do what they see, what they hear. If we say don't do that, but we're doing it, they're going to be confused on what to really do. So motherhood has been a great experience, but it's also been a challenging experience for me. I think all mothers can agree that although we love our kids and we have had great experiences as a mother, there's also times where it can be challenging. It can be very difficult. We can feel overworked because we know mothers, a mom's job is not a job that you can take a vacation from. I mean, you can go on vacation, but you know what I mean. You can't just take a real vacation from your child. So it's like a 24/7 job, forever. So I just want to, encourage other mothers out there to just take some time for yourself and make sure that you are making yourself a priority. Yeah, kids come first, that's true. But we all know that we better serve someone, especially our children, when we are taking care of ourselves. So making sure that we are getting enough sleep, making sure that we're eating in a healthy way that works best for our bodies, making sure that we're taking time for me time. Because we know these kids, they can drive us crazy a little bit sometimes. So we have to make sure that we're having that me time. All the moms out there that are listening, take time for yourself. Don't feel guilty for taking time for yourself because we need it. We can't just pour into our children's lives and never try to pour into ourselves, because how can we really raise them the best way that we can if we're always on an empty cup, or we're always stressed and worried and overwhelmed all the time? Now we know as a mom, there's been plenty of times I've had ups and downs with the overwhelm, with the stress, especially as a single mom. And this is not to say that if you are co-parenting with someone, or if you're in a relationship or you're married, it's not to say that all those other mothers have it easy, because I know everyone has their own set of challenges. But, it can be a little easier when you have someone else helping with something. But myself personally, as a single parent, it's definitely been a great experience, but I've had my challenges. But I don't let those challenges make me quit or give up or keep me stuck. I can have my little moments where I'm like feeling overwhelmed, but then I have to realize, Cleo, okay, you can feel sad or feel upset or feel a certain way, but what's next? What are we going to do to make sure this that your daughter, my daughter's name is Destiny, Cleo, what are you going to do to make sure you get things taken care of? Whether if it's something that I have to physically show up for or something that I have to pay for. So, when I was earlier on in my motherhood journey, I used to let certain things overwhelm me. But as I get older, I do have a better control of, getting overwhelmed, because I have to remind myself, Cleo, what's making you overwhelmed? What can you do about it? Because sometimes I would feel overwhelmed with things and I was just being kind of dramatic or I was doing a little too much. Like, Cleo, you really can be calm and handle this. But I'm sure there's other moms out there who can relate to feeling overwhelmed, whether if you have one child or 8 kids, it doesn't matter because everyone has their own set of challenges. But I just want to encourage other mothers out there to take time for yourself, but also take time for, with your kids and, appreciate those people that are in your life that are helping you, So if you have people in your life that help you on your motherhood journey, make sure that you are being grateful for them, because it can be difficult sometimes to find help. So when you have it, make sure you are grateful for it. But since it's Mother's Day week, we want other people to thank us mothers out there. So even myself, I'm going to be doing this as well, because although I'm a mother, I know other mothers as well. So what I want you to do is take some time this week to call a mother or a few mothers and just thank them. Tell them thank you. Thank you for being a mother. Thank you for showing up and taking care of business. Thank you for showing up at work and at home and in your community. Thank you for getting things done. Thank you for raising these children. Thank you for putting in the work, because there are some kids that are easy to raise. It kind of can seem like a walk in the park, right? But then you have other kids that take a little bit more time, a little bit more work, and a little bit more patience, right? So thank some mothers out there, because mothers, we experience a lot. And, with everything going on, you never know what a mother may be experiencing in private, so you want to make sure you just call them to say thank you. I don't know if anyone has ever called you and just said, thank you. I see you. I see what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you. Now, there's no money being received, no gifts, just hearing those words, sometimes we don't hear that a lot. Some moms don't hear that a lot. So just calling to say thank you, I see you, I appreciate you, will really make that mom feel good, You just have no idea how much a thank you can go, or how much I appreciate you, I see you can go. So make sure you do that. The second thing you want to do is when you call this mom or these mothers this week, you want to ask them, how can I support you? Mom's job is never done, and there's going to be something mothers always need. You know how you call someone and say, hey, if you ever need something, let me know. Or if you do you need anything? Yes, mothers, we need stuff. It could be, material things, or it can be, your time, needing your time to help with something. So there's always something that you can help a mother with, but you can ask them, how can I support you? Because maybe they can specifically tell you something that they need help with that's maybe at the top of the list at the moment that you can help with, whether if it's your time, money, or you giving something. And the third thing you want to ask is, how are you? Now, the mom may say, I'm good, I'm fine, and they may very well be just fine. But sometimes moms, we need to vent. We need to let some stuff out. And sometimes we may be feeling some things or experiencing some things, and we just may not have been able to get it out, So if you ask, how are you? And they say, I'm good, I'm fine. Ask again, how are you really? I know you say you was fine, but how are you for real? If you see them in person, give them that expression on your face, that eye, conversation to let them know, hey, I want to know how you really feeling. And if it's someone that, you have that close relationship with, they may, pour out or vent to you. And if not, then that's okay too. If they say that they're good and they're fine, then that's cool, because sometimes it still just feels good to hear someone ask, how are you? But not the basic, how are you? The one when you ask, well, you really don't care how someone's doing, you're just saying it just to be saying it. But when you know someone's asking, how are you? Because they really truly want to know, how are you doing? Then that just feels good. Even if they, have something they want to share and they don't, it just feels good to know someone cares about how you're doing. And the fourth thing that you want to do is just do it. If you have a mother or a mom in your life and you kind of know them, you kind of know what they do on a daily basis, or just, you kind of know what they might need, just do it. Send it, send the money or send the gift or send the help or show up and help with something. Because sometimes some of us mothers, we're just so used to doing a lot of stuff. Somebody may ask, what do you need help with? And we may just say, oh, no, nothing. We don't need anything. We got it. But us moms, we just do a whole lot. Even though we know our plate is already full, we just keep adding more stuff on it, right? So sometimes it takes someone just showing up and helping with something, or it takes someone just sending it, because sometimes we may not say, yes, we need this, or yes, we need that. Sometimes it feels good to know someone showed up and did something, so if a mom has to, pay for some expenses with the child and they get, a Zelle payment or a Cash App payment or whatever type of payment, and you put in your little memo or a little note saying, hey, this is for, graduation fees, or this is for a birthday, or this is just because type of fees, then, that just feels good. Like, oh, wow, I got an extra, $50, $100, $200, whatever the amount is, because it could be $10. Most of us moms will appreciate whatever. Or maybe it's, an event, or maybe not even a real event. Maybe you just showing up to say, hey, I want to help clean and organize the house today. Or maybe you want to help take the kids to the park or something. Or maybe you want to, whatever. There's so many things to do. Whether if you're sending money to the mom, or maybe you bought maybe a facial or something, and you're sending her off to the spa, or maybe you're showing up to help cook, breakfast that morning for the kids. Just something helps. So remember, just doing it, just showing up, not even asking, do they need help, but just showing up and doing it. Now, of course, this only works with some mothers in your life that you know well. Just don't be showing up at random people's houses or events and stuff, or just sending, random stuff. If this is a mom that you have some type of, communication with already, that mom will most likely appreciate someone just doing it. Like, the unexpected gestures are the best ever. So think about that. So for this week, happy Mother's Day. Remember, take time to reach out to a mom in your life and show some love to them. And if you are someone that is a mother, make sure you take some time for you. Sometimes you may need a half day off from work, or a full day off from work. We may not get that full week vacation or 2-week vacation, but a half a day, or maybe an evening off from dealing with, your child or your kids or your whole family at home. Sometimes a whole evening off helps. So make sure you take time for you to nurture your mindset, nurture your body, because that really plays a role in how we show up every day. And we want to make sure we're doing the best for our children. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and make sure you all take some time to show some love to another mother. And again, this is the Happy Mother's Day edition. And again, do your best every single week, and don't wonder what if. Take a risk, and I will see you next week. Have an amazing day.
You can be fine. Financially free with Cleo.